everyone, and welcome back to my podcast, Blessed and Beautiful. It's your host, Peyton, and today we have one of my amazing friends, Addison Jones, joining us.
Hi, everybody.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a sophomore at Roane County High School. I do softball and clubs and stuff like that. I'm really involved with our FCA, and that's one of the things that I like to do is share with people at the school.
Yeah.
And that's really hard for me to do because a lot of people don't want to hear it.
Yeah. What is your favorite part about high school? If you have a favorite part.
The breaks.
I feel that. The breaks are the best part.
Yeah.
Would you say FCA is one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have FCA too. I love our FCA. We used to have it every week, but now we only have it like twice a month, which is a little upsetting.
Yeah.
But so today we're going to talk all things high school and all things faith and just how to prevent drifting away when you're in high school with all the crazy busyness that there is in today's world, especially in high school. What are some things that you do to keep your relationship with God good while in high school with all the busyness?
So one of the things I do is my Bible studies, and lately I've been not doing them.
Yeah,
as
slacking.
much. Yeah,
I have too. I
and
completely
that's
get
the
that.
drifting thing. And we
Yeah.
talked about it a couple years ago at beach camp.
Yes, that beach camp was my favorite because we talked about drifting,
Yeah,
and I didn't realize it was such an important thing that we actually needed to hear about, but it really is.
it really hit hard for me because I'm like, I'm not doing everything I can to glorify the Lord right now. And so it really just makes me want to push harder all the time. And I feel a lot of times like I need to be doing more.
That's how I feel too.
There are so many things going on in the world right now, and people just need Jesus.
Everyone does. And like some people think it's an insult that if you tell them that they need Jesus, and I'm like, it's not an insult, I promise you. I'm like, I need Jesus, everyone needs Jesus, so like we just need Jesus to survive, honestly. So Bible studies are so important. I do them. I try to do them every day, but sometimes it just gets so like hectic and crazy that I cannot. So what do you do on the days that you can't do Bible study or you just don't have the time?
I make sure to at least listen to some worship music.
I do that too.
That just it puts me in a better mood. And I think I forget about that sometimes when I do my Bible studies or when I'm listening to music or reading my Bible, like just the verse of the day or something like that. It just improves my mood so much and makes me feel instantly better.
Yeah, like the smallest things can have a big impact on that. And it can really just change your mindset because instead of listening to worldly music, you're listening to worship music that puts you in a good mood. It's just all so much better.
Yeah. I saw something this week and it was with all the things going on in the world right now, why would you live for the world?
And it's not easy following God.
It's not.
It's not. And so many people are it's just fun, it's so easy, but it's really not.
If it's easy, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. If it's easy, you are not doing it right because it is so hard to stay consistent. And also it's scary sometimes to follow God because you don't know what's going to happen in your life and you want to know that thing because you want to know what's going to happen because that's just how humans are. We want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And with trusting God, there's an uncertainty that comes with that.
Yes. We want control over everything. And when you follow God, you have to give up that control.
Yeah, you have to give up that control.
And know that He is going to work in your life and He's going to make these things better over time. He's still working it out for you.
Yeah.
You don't get the say in that.
Even though you don't have the control, you just have to when following God, you just have to give it up.
Yes.
And that's not easy to do, especially as a teenager, because you want to fit in with the crowd and you want to fit in with the people. You want to listen to the music that they're listening to. You want to go to the parties. You want to wear the things that they're wearing. And it's so hard to be set apart from that, but God called us to be set apart. So what are some things that you do to be set apart from the world?
It's a lot of the decisions I make because a lot of times people are making not so good decisions and falling in with the crowd and I struggle with wanting to be liked. Like,
me too. Like people pleasing, that is a big thing.
Yeah, I want to be everyone's friend. I want to be there for everybody. But with the things that we're doing, the things that you're doing to be set apart, to live for God, you don't get to blend in with the crowd. Like, that's not what you're supposed to be doing, and that's not what you should be doing. Your focus should be getting your heart right with God and being with that relationship.
You have to make the decision to be set apart, and it's not an easy decision, and it's not just a decision you have to make once. Like, you have to make it every single day. Like, okay, like, I really want to listen to this song, but I shouldn't because it doesn't glorify God, or I really want to wear this, but I can't wear that because God calls us to be set apart and not like the world. Like, it's like an everyday decision, and it's sometimes so hard to make.
Yeah, and I feel like people don't like the set of rules. They think it's just do's and don'ts. And it's more like, because he gives you a choice.
Yeah.
It's more like, I could do this, but why would I?
But why would I when there's something so much greater that we do, and there's like so much greater of a mission, and there's something so much greater that we're going to accomplish, which is going to heaven and getting to spend eternity with Jesus. And if you live for the world, you don't get that.
Right.
And so it's knowing that we have something, that like we have a mission because we're called to be on a mission for God always.
Yeah. And one of the things you have to keep in your head is it worth it to do this?
Or like, is it worth it to do this just to have fun for a little bit? Or is it worth it to like miss the party or something and spend spend an hour in the Word and in prayer? Because like I feel like that just fulfills you so much more too. Like spending time in the Word over doing something else. Like, you might not feel it in the moment, but you will like most definitely like thank yourself for doing that after like making that decision. So decision making is like a huge thing that you have to do every single day if you want to be set apart and if you want to stay faithful.
Yeah.
Like, especially in high school and as a teenager. How do you prevent drifting away from God while you are busy? Like, if you have practice and school and you get home late, like, how do you include God in your day when you're really busy?
So that's something that's extremely hard for me to do because I like doing all these things and hanging out with my friends, but there's also priorities. Like, where your priorities are have a major effect on you. Like, lately I haven't been doing my Bible study as much, and it's taking a toll on me.
You can definitely feel it. Like, you can feel yourself drifting, especially when you're so on fire for God, and then that like flame kind of starts to like go out. You can definitely feel it, especially if you were just on fire for God. Like, you can definitely see a change. Like, I see a change in myself from when I do Bible study every day for a whole week, and then the next week I slack off and I only do it twice. Like, I definitely feel a huge difference.
And it doesn't just have to be Bible study either. Like, I feel like some people just aren't ready for that step yet because they don't know a lot about the Bible. It's hard for some people to read it.
It is.
And not just because like all of the like the truth and stuff like that. It's because like there's so many complex things. And I feel like you can just start smaller.
Like praying every day.
Making sure you're praying and making sure that you have a good group around you, which is so important.
Your friends are like so important because they can either have a good effect or a bad effect on you.
Yeah.
And like who you're around really influences you. And I don't think a lot of teenagers realize that. Like, I want to be friends with a lot of people, but some people, like, I can still love them, but I have to love them from a distance because I know that they are not good for me.
Yeah. And that's been something hard for me because there's a bunch of people who might be good in the moment, like just, hey, you want to hang out? We're doing this.
Yeah.
And like, I want to hang out, but that's probably not something I want to be doing. Or like, what happens if somebody sees you doing that? Like, somebody that looks up to you, especially. Like, they're like, why is she doing that?
Yeah, like, she's a Christian, like, she's isn't supposed to be doing that. Yeah. But also, like, we're not perfect, so we are going to mess up.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but we just have to make sure that we repent. For me, I used to, like, freshman year, I'm a sophomore now, same age as Addie. She's, like, probably older than me, though. Yeah, she's a couple months older than me. But when I was a freshman, I really, really wanted everybody to like me, and I wanted to have, like, one of those huge groups of friends. And this year, it has changed so much because I'm just, like, content with my, like, 4 close friends.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I just hang out with them, I go to the football games with them, and I didn't realize how much, like, the people pleasing aspect of that, and like the wanting all the huge friend group and wanting that, like how much it actually affected me. Like, it took a lot of energy out of me because I'm like, okay, I have to get this person to like me and this person, and like it's just insane how much it changes from having like or wanting a big circle and then having like a small circle that you're just close with.
And it takes a lot of maturity to be able to realize that, because the big friend groups, you're gonna realize that doesn't always work out. Like, having your dad says it all the time, but it's 4 quarters rather than 100 pennies. There's more personalized conversations, more
vulnerability.
Yes, it you can see the differences.
Yes,
and
you
it
can.
just has a major impact on you and how you live your life.
And in like those big friend groups, like you realize a lot of the time that like if you tell somebody something, they're gonna go tell other people. And there's like always a lot of gossip in those big friend groups. And something that I've realized is that also just being with that 4 like really small circle of friends, like and that are also Christian, like the way that I talk has changed, the way that I act, like the way that I just do everything has changed because of who I'm around, because I'm around good influences, and I'm not like having to strive to get them to like me. Like, they like me as who I am.
I've definitely fallen victim to the big friend group and the trying to get everybody to accept me and to love me. And I realized that that's not what I needed. I needed the couple of friends that show me my worth and show me that I should be rooted in Jesus, and that I don't need the worldly things. I've just had to take into consideration, like, I need people that value me and that show me.
And you need people that will accept you as you are. And like you see a lot in those big friend groups, like if you aren't in one of those, they don't want to accept you.
And I think a lot of times with the big friend groups, it's a couple of small friend groups within it.
Yeah, within it. And then like they all end up like just talking and like gossiping about each other.
And then they break off and separate eventually.
Yeah. And there's just like, I feel like it never really ends well. Right. So having like a small friend, like a small circle of friends, is a lot better than just having a big one. So if you are in high school, or you're going into high school, if you're in middle school, anywhere, whatever, just focus on that small group. And if you've been in a big group, I have before, you will notice the difference between the big friend group and the small friend group. So if you were in high school or middle school or anywhere, even if you're like homeschooled, you can just like find that like small circle of people that will accept you as you are, and people that will love you and remind you of your worth, and just make sure that they're good influences too.
And that doesn't mean like cutting everybody off either. I feel like a lot of people think that that's what that means. It doesn't mean shutting everybody out and just having 1 or 2 friends. It's more of the focusing on the people that really make you feel like you, and having those friends, but not sharing all of your things with them.
Like, you could, like, for me, like, I have a lot of friends, but like I have that small circle, and the small circle of friends is who I'm the most vulnerable with, who I share with the most, so it's just like really just they get to know more of more of my life than the other people do, just because I have more trust in these people that they will not go and like tell everybody, or they won't judge me. So like, it doesn't mean you have to cut off everybody. Like, I'm still friends with people, I'm just not in a big group with them. And you can love them, but just love them also from like a distance, because like we said, some people are good for you and just some people aren't. And you're going to have to like figure out like, okay, do I really need to be around this person? Because your like friends can really like pull you along and like drift you a lot.
And it says it in the Bible too, iron sharpens iron. You need friends that aren't just gonna like hype you up every time you get this feeling like I need to go, I don't know, like get revenge on this person, and they're like, yeah, I'll help you. Like, no, you need people to conflict that, be like, challenge you, show you that what you're thinking isn't always the best mindset, and show you that the godly way is the best way.
Like, you need people that will like call you out on if you're doing something wrong. Like, I was at the hair salon today, and so my hairstylist, her friend came in, she was getting her hair done, and me and her actually got into like a great conversation about Jesus, and we were just talking about her life, and we were just talking about like, and so my hairstylist, she was telling her friend, she's like, Peyton just came in here, and she was telling me all about accountability partners. So she's like, Peyton, I want you to tell her about it. So I told her about it. So we were talking about accountability partners today at the hair salon, which I think is just like a total God moment.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is insane, because like they're in their 30s and they're having accountability partners, and we need accountability partners. We talk about them a lot at small group and church, but an accountability partner is just someone that will call you out on what you should be doing, on what you don't need to be doing, someone that will just like lift you up.
And a lot of times that's hard for people to hear. They don't want to hear that they're doing
something wrong.
Yeah, they don't want to hear it. They want to live the way they're living, and they want to do all these things, but then they realize that that's probably not glorifying God.
Yeah. And like having someone close to you to like call you out and be like, you shouldn't be doing that, like it stops you in your tracks. So then like as you're making that decision, you're like, and they're like, let's say you were gossiping about someone, and I'm like, hey Addie, stop. And then you're like, okay, well, I have like two options. I can either keep gossiping and then my friend will keep telling me to stop, or I can stop and like steer the conversation another way.
And I feel like a lot of times you have to do the rerouting, and just knowing when somebody's calling you out on your crap, they're like,
it's because they love you.
Yeah. And not getting all butthurt about it. Like, oh yeah.
It's because they love you and they care about you and they want you to make good decisions. So if someone like calls you out on something that you're doing wrong, it's probably not because they want to be mean. It's just because they love you. And like if you have an accountability partner, you can tell them. Like for me, if you do not tell me to shut up, I will not listen. So like I tell my friends, I'm like, you can be as mean as you want about it, but you could tell your friend if you get like upset with that kind of stuff. You could just be like, hey, just like gently tell me. But for me, you've got to just tell me to shut up, or I will not. So.
I get that way sometimes. I'm like, just tell me when I start talking too much, and they're like, I'm not gonna do that. But like, I just need somebody to tell me when I'm not saying the right things, or when what I'm saying is not biblical. Like, what I'm doing is not biblical. Because a lot of people, it's like follow your heart and like let your heart lead you, and
it does not say that in the Bible. It does
Bible
not.
says your heart is deceitful, and people are just trying to follow it. And I'm
like your heart, it like goes a ton of different ways because like the people you're around influence that. So like you have all these decisions that you have to make, and your heart, like you can't trust it.
One of the things is like Dalton talks about it on Sundays, but you're off center. You're supposed to be on the straight line, and it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
You're walking on a tightrope.
And it's like when Peter's walking on the water and he looks down and he sinks, but then when he looks at God, he's walking straight to God. Like you have to be focused on God if you want to stay on the right track. And that's hard to do in high school because you have all these people around you that are telling you do this, do this, do this. And then you're having people that are like, no, you need to follow God. And it's just like really hard. But like a big part of that is just you have to make the right decision, and you have to think about it. Like, am I making the right decision, or am I making like the worldly decision?
It's easy for people to sway that. Like, there are different things that people are telling you to do and telling you not to do, and it's like pushing you off that line.
Especially when you're so young too. Like if somebody tells me something, I'm gonna listen to it. Like we're just very like trickable. Like we believe things.
Yeah, getting off balance is super easy. Drifting is super easy.
It is, and like you don't realize how much you've drifted until like you finally get like a wake up call and you're like, okay, I need to get back to where I was.
And then you're getting your roots back in and you're growing and you're deepening your faith. And normally when you do that, you have more of an impact on others. Like without even saying anything, they're like, she's different right now.
Yeah, they can definitely see a difference in you. Like I said, I can tell a difference in me when I read my Bible and pray every day and I'm spending time with the Lord, and I'm sure my friends can too. Like they can see it in the way that I act, the way that I talk. Like they can just see it through like me, because like you want people to see Jesus through you. But when you're not having that close relationship with Jesus, then that's when you start to drift and people really see a change in you and you see a change in yourself.
That's my favorite compliment too, is I see Jesus in you.
Me too. It is one of my favorite compliments like ever.
And it sticks with me the most, and it makes me have that motivation. And I'm
Yes.
like, okay, thanks. I know that I'm doing something right.
Yeah, like you know that you're doing something right because people can see that through you. Because like I saw this quote in on TikTok the other day, and it's like that you may be the only Bible that people read. So like you have to be in your word, because sometimes that might be the only Bible that people read is you, and you're like the reflection of you and how you act and how you talk.
That's really good. To have that perspective, to know that your words have an impact on people, like realizing that
and
is
like
really important.
A lot of people think that they don't, like especially if they're so young. They're like, or even in high school, they're like, my words don't have an impact, but like they really do. Like who you talk to, like the words that you say to them really do matter.
Yeah, I used to just say what I wanted to, and it really hurt people around me.
Same. Like it hurts people more than you realize. But then when you're spreading joy and you're spreading positivity and you're spreading the word of God, that impacts them positively. But when you're speaking like bad words upon them, then that is when it starts to affect them negatively. And like you can see like an impact on both sides of that.
Yeah. I used to have this friend group, and they were constantly cussing and just using bad words and just not the best place I should have been. And like it very negatively impacted me. And so I started talking like them. I started acting like them, and nobody wanted to be around me.
And like you see that like a lot of people like don't want to be around people that are negative or cuss or something. Like especially if they're a Christian and they know like that's not right.
Yeah, it's definitely a wake-up call when you're starting to get pulled out of that. And it's not easy.
It's not. Like when you're so far drifted away, like it's hard to get back to where you were, from where you were so on fire for God and like reading your Bible every day and praying every day. Like it's hard to get back to that.
It's like you're stuck in quicksand. You're pulling yourself out, but sometimes you just sink lower. The only way to get yourself out is to be rooted in Christ. And getting your roots is something that's extremely important. And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
And that's why like being on fire for God, like when you're on fire for God, like try to keep that up as much as you can, because when you're on fire for God and you drift, like it's hard to get back to that like relationship with him. Like it's hard to be like that again because you had drifted so far and like the flame had burnt out so much. Like it's hard to get back up to like that flaming like fire that you had.
It's a lot of the times it's more, I just really don't feel like it today, or I'm gonna do it tomorrow,
or I'm too busy,
I'm too tired, like I've been doing so much stuff recently, and I don't really feel like it. And then there's people in your ear telling you, oh, you don't need to today.
Yeah.
Like,
or like, oh,
it's just a sign from
like
God.
it's just a day. Like it's okay to take breaks, and like it is okay to take breaks.
It is, yeah.
But like they're like, you don't need to do it today. Like one day won't hurt you, but then one day turns into 2 days, and then like 2 or 3 days turns into a week of not you reading your Bible, and then it turns into like a month, and then like then you just keep drifting, and you don't realize how far you've gone.
And that's what happened to me. Is somebody was in my ear telling me all the time, you don't need to do it today. It's fine.
Like it's just one day.
Yeah, and it turned into weeks of me not doing,
and then
my
weeks
Bible
turn
study.
into months.
And then I'll go to church on Sunday and I'll be writing down my notes, and then I look back and I haven't done it in 2 weeks. What am I doing? And a lot of things going on in the world right now is showing me how much I need to be connected with God.
And like it just it showed me like how much we need to be rooted in Christ and how important it is to have a real relationship with him, because like God is the one thing that I always say, like God is the one thing that is stable in our lives. Everything can change, like your family can change, your like school, your friends can change, like everything can change but God, because it says in Hebrews that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So like that's like why you need to have a firm foundation in him, because he's like he is a rock that is not like gonna shake. Like
that has such an impact over me. One of my favorite verses is Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for the Lord is with you. Do not be forsaken, for I am your God. That one I have to hold on to even at school. Like when people are just telling me, "Oh, you don't need to go to church tonight. We can skip and go to pickleball. We can skip and go to cookout." Like, no.
Like you have like, and that's like a big part of high school and a big part of having a relationship with God is decisions. And like it's so hard to make the right ones because you want to fit in.
Yeah, doing the things that set you apart is one of the hardest things we can do.
But it's what we're called to do. And like God never said it was easy. Like I was texting Dalton this week and I was like everything going on in the world right now is like just like it's like I'm scared. I'm like, it's scary. And he's like, he's like, people tell you that Christianity is easy or aesthetic or it's some cute thing, but it's really not. Like, it's like spiritual warfare is like a real thing. And like being faithful in a world that looks like how it does today is not easy at all.
It's extremely hard. And it's extremely hard to see the impact on the people. Like, just, I see videos of people and they're like, why would I believe in a God that puts me through hardship? Because it's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. It's meant to show you that there is one unwavering thing.
And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, but you wonder why only select people are doing it and why only certain people are doing it. It's because it's hard and you have to have the right mindset and you have to have like that consistency and you have to like push through all of it because it's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
And sometimes I wish everybody would be doing it.
Me too, but then I realized, I'm like, oh, I get why they're not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so hard, and like I get why they're not doing it, but they need to.
Everybody needs a little bit of Jesus, and I feel like that's one of the things that people know, but they don't care. Like, and it might not even be the fact that they don't care, it's that they don't want to put the effort into it.
Yeah, and like it takes a lot of effort to put into it, and I think that's why they don't want to do it, is because there's so many other things that don't take as much effort. Like saying yes to going out to pickleball instead of going to church, that's an easy yes.
Oh yeah.
But saying yes to going to church and saying no to going to pickleball, like that's when it gets hard.
Because like hanging out with your friends and going to pickleball is gonna be fun. But you also know that you need to be in church.
And you know that church is going to fulfill you in ways that, like, your friends fulfill you and they make you happy. But there's nothing like true joy from God and being fulfilled.
And that's when your friends that's when your friends see the difference. They're like, you're like, no, I want to stay in church this week. And they're like, why? Like, because that's something that's important to me. I don't know if it is for you, and that might sound harsh, but that is something that has really impacted my life, and I know that it's impacted yours. I'm not sure why you don't want to be here today. And maybe it's just because there's a lot of things on your mind, but that's when you need the Lord the most.
And like that's when you also have to look at your friends, like, okay, do I have friends that on Wednesday nights want to go play pickleball, or do I have friends that want to go to church with me on Wednesdays, or on Sundays? Like, do I have people that want to come to church with me, or do I have people that like want to go shopping because that's like the rest day of the week?
And yeah, it has an effect on me when I see that. Like people on Instagram and stuff, they're like, Sunday rest day, and I'm like, yep, after church.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll do that after church. Like, church is the most important thing on Sundays to me.
Yeah, and back to priorities, that's major thing. One thing that I do just to keep focus on God is to know the impact it has on me. Me without God and me with God is two completely different people. But I was broken a couple of years ago, and I'd been baptized. I was baptized when I was 7. Like, I'd known God forever, but there's a difference in knowing God and following Him.
And there's like a difference between religion and like a relationship. Like, you can call yourself a Christian all day long, but until you have like a real relationship with God, like, it's really not gonna affect anything.
Yeah, because it's very surface level. But the importance of keeping your roots in instead of the surface level is just life changing. Like, being bitter and broken has an effect on the people around you. Like, your friends and stuff start feeling the hurt that you're feeling. So it's just a very different thing, and that's something that I've had to focus on and deepen.
It really is. Do you have any Bible verses or any like tips you want to share with people that are in high school?
Just focusing, mainly. Keep your focus and your priorities on God, and keep Bible verses in your head, like Isaiah 41:10. God will not leave me. Like, He is here with me all the time, and He will not forsake me. So that's just what I have to do. And you said a couple weeks ago that you had something written on your Chromebook. Lord, my worth comes from the Lord, not the world. I have to do the same thing. I wrote it on my Chromebook too, because like that just had an impact on me. And now I see it every day. And then my teachers see it, my friends see it when they're looking at my Chromebook, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, like I added one the other day. I showed up at school in like a terrible mood. I had gone to Chick-fil-A, spilled coffee on my shirt, and then I was already kind of running late, so I had to go home, change my shirt, and then I went back to school, and I was almost late, and I got into school, and some kid came up to me. He's like one of my friends, and he came up to me, and he was just kind of being annoying, and I yelled at him, and I felt so bad. So then, like, we had kind of like split ways, left, and then I was going to walk to class, and I see him in the hallway, and I was like, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, I've changed my mind. I was like, I'm gonna have a good day today. And that was because I was walking in the hallway, and I had been repeating the fruits of the Spirit back to myself. I was like, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. I was like, I need to have self-control right now.
Sometimes you gotta sing the song.
Yeah. So I have it. So then I decided to write it down on my laptop. So now every day I see it, and those are the things that I need to do. I need to have love for others. I need to have love for God. I need to have joy that comes from the Lord. We talked about that. I talked about that in like the last couple episodes. But like I just have to have I have to have peace, like I have to be faithful, I have to have self-control, like all of that. So then I just remind myself of that.
Self-control is a big one. That one and gentleness, because I lose my temper a bunch. And last night at pickleball, I was just mad over the little things, and so I literally knelt down and I prayed. I was like, Lord, thank you for us being able to come here tonight and have fun, but please do not let me lose my temper.
Show me some self-control.
Yeah, show me some self-control. And that's what I kept having to do. And they were like, "What's you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm praying."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay."
Yeah. They're like, over a pickleball game?
Yeah.
That's how much we rely on God.
Yeah.
Even in the small things.
Yeah. The small things have the biggest impact too. But like praying because you need God has such an impact. But also praying when you don't, like, when nothing's happening. Like, you're like, "Hey God, what's up?"
You're like, I don't have anything for you today, but
yeah, there's no tea. Like, you know already, but like there's no tea today. But thanks for being here with me. Thanks for there not having to be tea today.
Yeah. Like, thank you for there not being drama today.
Yeah. Thank you for keeping my heart at peace. It's
so important. So thank you for coming on the podcast. It was so much fun.
Of course, I had fun.
Me too. I had so much fun, y'all. This is literally was such a fun episode. So make sure you go look at the other ones. So we are gonna have a lot more guests on soon. We are gonna have so many fun topics and conversations with guests. So make sure that you follow our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. And I love you all, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.
Bye.